Okay. Why do I always asking about measurements? Why is that? Excuse me.
Okay.
Why?
Because it's important for the fit?
Huh?
Because it's important for the fit?
Yeah, it's so important for the fit, but something else, right? It's control. This is about this is about control. Control, control, control. Controlling your design, right? All right? Now, let's start with the center front right here. This is my center front, right? Look at that. How big you want me to make the waistband? 1 1/4 inch, 1 1/2 inch? Anybody?
Quarter.
Inch and a what?
Quarter.
You want 1 1/4 inch, Melaine?
One's 1 1/4 and one's 1 1/2, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want me to make the waistband 1 1/4 inch, 1 1/2 inch?
1 1/2.
1 1/2 inch. Okay? 1 1/2 inch, right? 1 1/2 inch, right? I like 1 1/2 inch. And the reason why 1 1/2 inch is a much sturdier measurement. You know what I mean? 1 1/4 inch usually is like for petite. You know? Now I'm going to drive you crazy. Here's my center front, right? From my center front to my side seam, what's the measurement on that?
7 and 5/8.
What is it?
7 and 5/8.
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 7 and 5/8, right? And this becomes my side seam. From my side seam to my center back, how much is that?
7 1/4.
7 1/4. Are you asking or you're telling me, Robbie?
Telling me.
Alright, I like when people tell me. Right? It makes my life just easy. I don't like to start guessing. I hate guessing. This is 7 1/4. Okay? What do you think? And this is my center back. What do you think I'm going to do from my center front to my side seam right here?
7 and 5/8.
That's right. Right? Side seam. From my side seam to my center back, how much is that, Rachel?
From what?
From my side seam to my center back, how much?
7 1/4.
Okay, bravo. Okay, beautiful. Okay. What do you think? Why am I repeating these measurements? Why? No, why do you think I'm repeating these measurements?
Because it's universal for what we're using, and we're going to use it over and over again, and it's the specific measurements for these dress forms that we're
That's right.
using.
In anything that you do in the fashion world is based on measurement, okay? This measurements right here in the waistband is based on the measurements on your sloper. Remember the sloper you get stamped, right? And I said, well, how much is that? 7 and 5/8, 7 1/4. It has to match. When we do the front bodice, the same thing. The waist right here, the placement of everything, it has to match. It has to. Because if it doesn't match, then you're going to have a disaster. Okay? It has to match. Even if you change, you see this? Even if you change and you close all those dots, right? It has to finish 7 and 5/8, 7 1/4. Okay? Simple, huh? Right? All right. So this from here to here is 1 1/2 inch, right? On the other side, I'm going to do 1 and 5/8. Why is that? And I said that before.
To account for where the skirt folds over.
That's right, because you're going to lose it. When you put your fusible, right, this little eighth right here, when you curve it, it's going to be gone because it's very thick. Okay, you have 1 1/2 inch. This is 1 and 5/8 inch. Okay, cool. All right. Now I'm going to do my seam allowance. Now, I'm forgetting something right here. What is it that I'm forgetting? Anybody? Ah, I was hoping somebody would say, "Go, where's the extension?"
You
Huh?
said it, and then I wasn't listening.
What? Say it again, Jordan.
When you fold it down the middle, why is the bottom part smaller? You just said it. I wasn't listening.
Anybody? You want to tell
It's
it?
because the fusible, when you fold it, it gets thicker, so you're going to lose that 1/8.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Remember I said to you that when you fold it over, you're going to crack stitch it, and you're going to have the piece underneath it, right? You're going to have, you want enough. You want to make the waistband as comfortable as possible. If you make it the same, it's like it's going to be too short. It's like you're pushing your luck. Because by folding it over, right, you're going to lose that A.
Okay.
Okay? Cool? Now, my extension, I put right here, I need 2 inches. So I'm going to go right here 2 inches, right? And then I'm going to add my 1/2 inch, right? Then I go like this. What else did I do that is very important that is in front of you? What else do I do, Jolie? You're right here. Tell me what else that you see that...
Make sure you measure all your sizings out and then you notch them.
No, the other thing is I'm marking everything.
Right.
I know where my center front is. I know where my side seam is. I know where my center back is. I want to even make sure that my center back has 3 little notches, okay, like this, okay? This tells me right away that this notch right here and this notch, they meet, okay? And this is my center back, and this is my center back, okay? Everything has to be labeled, okay? You're gonna forget. I'm pretty sharp, but I'm gonna forget, especially when I'm doing like 100 other things in my mind, okay? I'm gonna forget. I'm not that perfect. I'm not a computer. So I always mark everything down, everything. You know, I write where my size, everything, every detail, because I will forget. Okay?
I have a question.
Yes.
So this waistband will be for if your zipper is in the center back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're going to do the zipper that goes on the left side, okay? Cool? All right? Are we straight out with this? Zipper, grain line, right? And I'm going to put 1 self and 1 fusible, right? Cool. All right. Now,
What does self mean? I'm writing out everything. I don't even know what it means.
self means, instead of using piece goods, self means that it's the material that you're going to use. It's a very common language and anywhere that you work in the fashion industry, self. Self means that it's the main piece good that you're going to use for your design. Okay? Cool?
You write that when you're butterflying too, right?
Only if it's 1 piece, though.
Yeah, if it's
No,
1 piece.
and anything that has a self is mean that you're using the main piece goods, right?
So if it's a muslin,
I don't
and anything that's muslin, you'd write self, right?
Well, not if you're going to cut it in muslin, right? I mean, usually when you do things in muslin, it's a prototype, okay? It's like your first draft, all right? And usually in most expensive houses, everything is done in muslin first. Because the thing is if you put it on a real material, it's just too expensive. In case you have to do it over again, and some material are very expensive. So that's the reason why you're doing a muslin first. Now, of course you're going to write that this piece is because when you do your cutter's muss, let me see, where's my cutter's muss right here? In my cutter's muss, right, you could have this self, right? Then they said that my waistband is going to be a combination or contrast. So I'm going to write right here, contrast, right? Or combo. And then sometime you're going to have different piece goods. So you have to put it at contrast 1, contrast 2, right? But the reason why you do everything like this is because everything is labeled. Nothing is left for chance. Nothing. This has to speak to you. Does that make sense?
So basically this is the main component, and that's why you label it self?
That's right.
Okay.
This is your main component, that's why I label it self. But let's say that I want this to be in black and this one in white. So I write this on self because there are two major pieces, and this will be one-piece combination or one-piece contrast. Okay? Cool? Makes sense? But that's the way the industry works. It has to be that way.